just a couple roster things. Obviously saw a bunch of moves yesterday. Including Badgley up to the squad, Woods and Sam Ellinger. Really felt like Sam earned a shot. It was hard. Had a long talk with Jacob yesterday. Really still think very much of Jacob. It was a very close, hard decision. We just talked about, hey, let's just continue to get better, hopefully get Jacob back on the practice squad. That's our hope, and think there's a lot of room for growth and tremendous upside with Jacob. You won't see T.Y. at practice today. You won't see Braden at practice today. Not sure about the rest of the week. We'll see how it goes. And then return to practice this week will be Quentin Nelson, Deo, and Des Patman.
So you have to move up Quentin.
Correct. Yeah, they're both on IR. That's correct.
So that's an encouraging move for the rookie. We haven't seen him. We haven't heard from him. And you got some time before you have to make a decision, but sooner than later we can see him actually play.
Yeah, I think that's true.
T.Y. may get a chance to practice later this week?
I say I'm neutral on that right now. I say I'm neutral. We want to be smart with T.Y. We know what an impact he is. I mean, I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to rule it out hoping he can play. We'll just take it day by day with him.
I don't think you knew right after the game, obviously, and T.Y. was, acting like it was not a big deal, the quad, I believe.
Yeah.
Did you get some information that maybe was a little different in the days following?
No, I mean, the information's really been the same. It's just I need more time. I need more time and a couple days to see how it plays out and how T.Y. responds. I really trust T.Y. So and our docs and trainers. So I just don't want to overcommit either way on him, especially.
Now with Braden, it's over a month. Any thought to surgery, IR for him?
No, I mean, it was just unfortunate, Kevin, how this one played out. No, we didn't envision it playing out. Every now and then it happens. Most times, seems like 9 out of 10 times, our docs and trainers are, when they give us estimates on time, they kind of give us a more conservative estimate. And for whatever reason, this is that 1 in 10 that took longer rather than shorter. So, we just have to continue to be patient with it and, get them ready when we can.
These guys that designated return, they're all individual cases, and some guys need more time than others.
That's right.
Quentin, I mean, is he can be a quick return?
Yeah, I think, yeah, no doubt. I think Quentin can be a quick return, because of who he is and where he's been. And we think he's been making good progress. We need to see today. He'll be limited out there today, and then we'll gauge, and then we'll see if we can ramp it up tomorrow. If he makes it back this week, and it's if, I mean, there's no guarantee, but if he makes it back, then obviously then the plan would, obviously he's, playing left guard, and then we'd probably rotate Glow and Chris Reed at right guard, because I think Chris has played well, and I think both those guys are playing well. So it's a good depth that we have there, and that's been a very positive thing.
So Quentin will sort of be like when we kept talking last week about T.Y.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to.
A little bit. That's it.
We want to push you on what he's going to do, and you want to say, let me see how
Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison.
Is there any thought to start? I'm not sure about Lincoln.
You said that starting Reed over Glowinski if Nelson comes
No,
back.
yeah, no, that's not. But I think Glow's earned that spot, and he's playing well. But we think Chris Reed's playing really well also. So, we'll just let those guys alternate, and at some level, we'll kind of rotate those guys through if Quentin's playing.
Is Brett still the backup, or is Ellinger the backup?
Brett's still the backup.
Frank, what changed from September 1st when Eason was your backup and you liked him to now? And Hundley's experience did not change, and that was an explanation why he jumped Eason. Jacob went from your backup to being released.
Yeah.
What changed? What happened?
Yeah, that's a fair question. With Brett, the answer is we just grew more comfortable with Brett being the backup because he hadn't been here. Gets here, okay, we feel like he knows the system. We've gotten to know him a little bit. We kind of knew who he was coming in, but okay, now we're comfortable, feel like that's the right answer, have an experienced guy, as the backup. And then as far as Jacob and Sam, and really Brett, all three of those guys, like, the individual conversations I've had with all of them are, this is not an easy decision. There's no clear-cut winner and loser here. There are three guys who we think all can play, and making the best decision that we think for the team as we go.
You let Jacob go, though, on waivers, which means anyone can grab him. Why was he let go? Why did you feel like he didn't make progress in what area?
I wouldn't say that. I would say it was, that's a hard question to answer, Zach. I mean, it's a fair question, but it's hard for me to answer because I really, I had a 45-minute conversation with Jacob yesterday. I really had nothing. Now, hey, you can get better here. We all can get better, though. I mean, that's where I don't want to overstate it. I don't want it to come off like this is a glaring weakness. I just think for Jacob, it's just more time. I just think it's more time playing the games, playing football in those competitive situations. And I think he's going to have a very long and good career. I think he's got the talent to do it, and so I'm encouraged for him, however it plays out.
You made a mention that Brett has experience. After you guys didn't bring Brett in until training camp started, you knew Jacob's lack of experience, along with Carson, who unfortunately has dealt with injuries. How come you guys didn't bring in an experienced quarterback during the offseason?
Well, we brought Brett in, if I remember. I think we brought him pretty early in training camp. There really wasn't much of an off season. So, and the talk, Mike, was, hey, if we bring a vet in for the 2 weeks that we did have, we didn't want the vet to come in and get those reps. We wanted to give those reps to the two young guys, so we could see what they could do. So I think that's the answer.
Frank, in your conversation with Jacob, did he express
So desire to want to come back?
I think Jacob handled it the right way. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. So Jacob expressed, that he likes it here, loves this team, loves the room, loves the offense, thinks he can thrive in this offense, and so had to work, talk it through with his agent and make this decision that was best for him. Obviously, I tried to encourage him that, hey, we wanted him back and hoped he would be back.
Maybe less of what Eason doesn't have, but what does Ellinger have that made you decide you want to look more into him and see what he does have?
Yeah, I mean, Sam has played more football. And he's got a very long and established college career. He's the guy who can move around a little bit more in the mode of Brett. He's very poised guy. Played in a lot of big games, and had a very productive college career. Even more tape to look at and see. I think they both have looked great out here. They both worked hard. They, kind of share reps as far as, running the scout team. Those three guys actually work together. It's a dynamic room in the way they work together. So look forward to each of them continue to get better.
Frank, you never see the backup quarterback on the field. On that note, despite the setbacks Carson has had, is he playing like you expected him to play when you guys brought him here and doing the things, and maybe the ceiling is still even higher?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that Carson is playing well. Really happy with the progress he's made, that we've made as an offense. I think I've always anticipated it was going to be like this. I mean, it's a new quarterback, it's a new system, limited offseason, injuries up front. I mean, you want to hit the ground at 80 miles an hour. You try to expect that. You push yourself for that. But the reality is, it is what it is. And so he's healthy, playing good. The offensive line's playing well. A lot of confidence in his receivers. That's a big deal. Don't underestimate that. I mean, if and you guys talk to him, I mean, he has this growing confidence in these in our experienced receivers and in our young receivers. We could be down 2 receivers this week. I don't think there will be any lack of confidence in the guys, if that's the case, in the guys who are on the field.
Frank, after 6 games, again, there's been some funky situations, but the run game, you want that to be like the foundation of the offense. Is it where it needs to be, or is it just sort of where it is because of situations and all that? Carson pushing the ball down the field.
Yeah, I feel good where it's at right now. I mean, we need to get better, but I feel like we're more in our mode as far as our efficiency and yards per carry. I want to get more runs called, but we've had a couple funky games, as you said, so that I'm not going to go reaching for stuff. You can't just go reaching for runs. So I feel good where I feel like we're getting in a good rhythm. We got to get a lot better. It's a very good test this week against a very good defense. So it'll be a good challenge.
The yards per attempt, what really you hang your hat on?
Pardon?
Yards per attempt, is that what you sort of hang your hat on?
Not completely. It's the combination of yards per attempt and efficiency. You know what I mean? As we know, 2nd and 2, first down is, or if you're winning, when we get to hopefully where we can win games, you're in 4 minutes, that's typically less yards per attempt, and so it all equals out.
What is the message this week? You had Baltimore, you knew it was a chance to make a statement, and here you are again with another primetime moment.
I mean, the foundation of who we are starts out here. We just say it starts out on the practice field. Quentin kind of shared a quote with the Leadership Council, which I in turn share with the team, talking about, excellence is a habit. It's what you repeatedly do. It's what you repeatedly do. We're about execution. And if we're going to see execution on Sunday, we need to see execution out on the practice field. That's what travels. That's what wins. And that's really, we've been here for 4 years now. I just know that's our formula. We got to practice well. We got to put it out there, play as a team. Guys come up and down. It doesn't matter. We just got to continue to execute and make the plays, those playmaker plays in the big moments. And I think we have the players to do that.